There's two programs. There's the standard Christmas program, and then there's the advanced program. For both of them, everything with client intake is the same. It's just when we are recording the visit that's different. So I'm going to go to someone's profile. This is the advanced one, the Christmas program. I'll show you the standard one first. So you go to the services page, which is where all the programs or the visits are located. You'd click on New Christmas Program. There is something when creating the Christmas program, an option where you can select how many visits within the Christmas program someone can have. So for example, if this person has already had a visit to the Christmas program, something will pop up here at the top right. The maximum number of appointments have been reached for this program. So I will find another one, and usually it's just one, like they can only have one. Let me find. Okay, because this one doesn't have one. I'm just going to go through their profile. So on the services page, it will say New Christmas Program. Click on New Christmas Program, and an appointment option will appear. So you have the pickup date. When is the person scheduled to pick up a Christmas hamper? So you can go as far into as you'd like. Location. So obviously, if you're a standalone food bank, it'll be your location just listed. The status is defaulted pending, but there are different statuses available, which I will come back to once we've finished the initial one. Quantity. So whatever it says here in your food bank, it will remain the same. So whether it's points or pounds or kilograms, it will say that. Pickup time is optional. So it doesn't have to be there, but you can select that. And then what were the reasons for this visit will be the same as your usual list. So if you don't track it, it won't be there. If you do, it'll be the same list. Who from the household is receiving services? Same thing there. And then the food and items provided can be customized. So it can be different from your standard food bank visit. You can select like hamper sizes. So some people do small, medium, large, or some people do single, couple, family. So you can create, you can basically let Link2Feed know what you want it to say, and we will set those up for you. And then referrals are the same. So then you would click on Save. And this is saved as an appointment. So this appointment is scheduled for December 29th. If I run a report on December 29th right now, the system would not count this because the person has not picked it up. So this is just a placeholder. So you would record all your appointments as usual like that, and then once the day comes for someone to pick it up, or if you want to do a check of how many are scheduled to pick up, under the client section you'll have appointment pickups. Location, status, so it'll show all statuses. And I can go from, let's see, filter. So it showed me a list of all the appointments I have between that period of time. So you can go on the specific day, like I just want to see December 8th, and obviously it will just show Tammy. And then you'll see the list. So you can download this list as a CSV. You can print it. Some people print this to be able to cut these into slips. So these are good reminders just to hand out to the client of, when they're scheduled to come back and, what they are going to be getting. And once they do come, you can search for their profile as usual, or you can just be on this list. So for example, if you know that you have about 10, 15 appointments on a day, it might be easier for you to go to the pickup list, go to that specific day, and just see the full all appointments listed here. And then when the person comes in, for example, Tammy, you'll go to the edit button, which will take you to the appointment, and you change the status to collected. So collected means the person has come and gotten the food. The other statuses would be packed. So if you have in between statuses, and this is just, they're all vary by food bank. So we can't remove the status if it doesn't apply to you, but you don't have to go in a certain order. You can go straight to collected. For example, if it's an emergency Christmas hamper, then you can say they just got it today. Like, you don't have to create the appointment as pending and go back to it. You can immediately set it there. And then there are other options aside from collected. If they haven't gotten it, a food bank, one of our food banks wanted to really differentiate between, did the person purposely not come to pick it up, or did they call ahead and reschedule, or did they call ahead and cancel? So that way you can determine if the person hasn't actually come, or they couldn't come that day. When you set the status to collected, this system will highlight the box where you can change, just telling you to verify the pickup date and time. So of course today is not the 8th. If they came today, I can change the day to when it was. The time is optional. And then anything that I've checked off here, if I did check anything off, you can make any changes if necessary. Otherwise, you would save the changes. There also is a e-signature option. This is completely optional, but you would just save it. So let me just type. So once it's saved, this is the first one right here. This was my Christmas program. So it was collected. So it's no longer a placeholder. I can't edit it or anything like that. I can't. But it's basically showing that this is collected. Now this has been recorded as a visit officially. So if I went to my client pickup list, appointment pickups, for today's date, it will say that this was Tammy and it was collected. There's also an appointment packing list, and this will help you determine, so for example, if your food or items provided are listed into small, medium, large, or couple single family hamper, whatever the sizes may be, this is a good indication if I go between certain start date and end dates, you know how much to expect. So there will be different columns. I don't have any here. But basically we'd be different columns as to how many small, how many medium, how many large you require for that time period. Does anyone have any questions about the standard Christmas program?
No, it looks pretty standard to me.
Okay. So the next one I will explain is the advanced Christmas program. You'll see why it is advanced. Someone asked me yesterday in yesterday's webinar what I would say, like Cole's Notes version, is the difference between the two. I would say the standard Christmas program is more, you're focused on basically just using the system how you usually do right now, except scheduling the business ahead of time. So it's a simple standard version of everything's the same. I just want to be able to say that the person's coming in the future, and I want to be able to say when they're coming to get it. The advanced version is a bit more specific where, let's say you have organizations or corporations who provide you with a certain amount of turkeys or hampers, or yeah, different organizations that provide you with that, and you need to track who's getting what, or who's getting, like who they're providing those hampers to. So as an example, here's the request date. So someone came in today and said they're requesting a Christmas hamper. They're requesting agency. So again, same your agency. Some people have reference numbers if you have like a certain code or something. Family type. So you can set your family type. There's a list under administration that says you can list where you can customize your family types. So this is used where, for example, an organization says we want to give free turkeys out to all single parent families. Well, this will be easy to see if we have a single parent family, and if when I go to the pickup list, which I'll show you after, you'll be able to filter how many single parent families do I have, how many can they provide to. Status is open by default. There aren't as many statuses here. It's just, but this can be customized. Open, pending, unfulfilled, meaning someone wasn't able to provide that to them. A duplicate, which means you'll be able to track if someone actually goes to more than one location, or if they come to you on a different day, requesting again for a Christmas hamper, you'll be able to track that. And then close
Hey,
meeting.
Steph,
Sorry.
can you go back to family type and just open up that
Yeah.
open up that window? I just want to see what you have on there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thanks.
No problem. So what were the reasons for the visit? This is the same as your basic food bank visit page. So if you don't have it, it won't show. If you do, it'll show the same list. Who is receiving food from who from the household is getting food? Same thing there too. Now the difference here between the food and items is that each food and item is assigned to an organization. So if I have this person says, I want a Christmas chicken, I also want a Christmas voucher. And you can add, this is just a test site, so these are just options. Some food banks obviously have like $50, $25 vouchers. You can add all the different options here. But the way that it's set up is this is the first time the person has come. They say, I would like a Christmas chicken and I would like a Christmas voucher. And then if you make any referrals, you'll refer them to wherever they need to go. And I would click on save. So that's the first time that's there. So if an organization or, you buy a whole bunch of Christmas turkeys or Christmas chickens, you can go to support request. That's the advanced list. And this is going to give me all the statuses of all the advanced program requests that are in the system right now. And on the right, I can filter it. So I just got a whole bunch of chickens, so I can look for items, who requested chicken. I'll filter it. And now this is only going to show me information about those who have chicken. But I also want to know, like, this has been picked up. So I can say who's chicken but is still open or pending. So I'll filter that. And I only have 10. So some of them, so for example, I'll use this one here. They're both open, haven't been fulfilled, no pickup date or anything. Some of them here are like half fulfilled. So this chicken was fulfilled, but technically this whole thing is still open because the person didn't get their voucher. So you can play around with the filter on the right side. You can say if you want to buy a certain city, you can do it by postal code. This helps with delivery. So I want a list of clients between this delivery area, so I know, get a list for the delivery people. You can get age groups, and you can do family types. So this can get that list for the family types. Fulfillment agencies, so which ones have been unfulfilled? Show me those. The dates that everything has been picked up. If they've been picked up, what are still waiting to be picked up. So there's a whole bunch of items and I can just toggle between all of them, select a whole bunch of filters and then click on filter on the top again. And then you can print this list. So let's say, for example, I'll use Olivia here. So someone's has agreed to give them a Christmas chicken. So I would go to edit that request. So which location has agreed to do it? So they can agree to do it, and you can save your changes. And then when they say we're ready to deliver it to your location, we're going to be delivering it on the 10th. Okay, so we'll do it on the 10th. And that way you'll be able to schedule for the client when they can come pick it up. So they're going to deliver on the 10th, they can get it on the 11th, and then finally saying, did they pick it up, yes or no. So that's going to be fulfilled, but yet again, like they haven't gotten their voucher. So this, for the advanced program, this can be reported on. So you can report on, how many were left open, how many were fulfilled by a certain agency or certain organization. So they said they were going to fulfill 50 chickens, and then you realize they actually only fulfilled about 20. But at least, let's say they did do the 50, I'll say, or did more than 50, you'll be able to provide them with a report that says, this is what your organization did. You provided food to this many people, like this many household types or family types. And provide them with those statistics. So that's the difference between the standard and the advanced program. So another thing to note is that the Christmas program is more for people who, food banks who are scheduling ahead of time. If you usually provide a Christmas hamper or a Christmas voucher at the same time as your food bank visit, then we can add like Christmas hamper to your food bank visit page. So this extra program is also providing you the ability to separate those stats, because I'm sure a lot of food banks have said that, we have people who come in just for the Christmas program, like just for Christmas hamper, and are actually regular food bank clients. So that's fine. Like you still have to create a profile for them, but it is interesting to see the difference between those that just come for Christmas and those that are your regular clients. Does anyone have any questions?
That reference number that's up there, we can put any number in there we want, right?
Yes.
And then we can go back and reference that ourselves, so we can search by reference number as well, correct?
I don't know if you can search for it on the request page, but if you were to, I don't think there's okay, so it's not on this page, but if you go to, there's an export option. So if I go to new export, I usually don't bring it up unless someone specifically asks for it, but there's a support request. So there's an export just for the program.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, so then you can grab it by that.
Yeah, so this is separate from your food bank visit one, because like when you do the visit export, it's just for visits. Here in this one, you get to export it regardless of if they actually picked it up yet or not.
Yep, perfect.
So there's a reference number, the external reference. You can export that and be able to filter by that.